Brian Powell of I Run Far with Darcy Piceu after her second place finish at the 2017 Hardrock 100. How you feeling today, Darcy?
I'm good. I'm really sore, but I'm good.
More so than normal?
More so than normal. I'm not sure why, but I use my poles a lot, so my arms are really sore, my quads are really sore. Everything kind of is just sore today.
But
otherwise, I fared okay.
Fared okay. You were second in like a Darcy-esque performance, like running solid, not getting carried away early. I mean, there was at the top of the field a more talented women's field that's ever been here, like, and you just did your thing. Is that what it felt like out there early?
It did, yeah, and it was, this year was really, it was a little bit different in that I didn't have pacers this year. Yeah. Which I feel like kind of allowed me to run with other people, and I was really, really grateful for that. I got to run with Anna, and we brought one another, I feel like, into Uray. I think we were both sort of, dealing with some low points, and it was just nice to share the trail. And then I ran a lot with Ted Mann, who I finished with. Yeah. And it was nice. So
you didn't have a pacer, but you were not alone. I mean, like,
I didn't feel alone out there. I mean, I had moments. Camp Bird Road was a long, slow, solo effort. And then I came into Governor's Basin, and Scott Jaime and Grant Guys were there, and so we all left together. We all went up to Kroger's together, and it was like a little party up there. It was really fun.
Sounds like a pretty good hard rock experience.
It was overall. I had, I definitely had low points.
What were those like?
I had the high altitude, late night sleepiness combined with nausea, which kind of, it just makes for a very long, slow night. What felt like
going up to like Wasatch Basin.
Wasatch Basin was so sleepy. I wanted to take a nap so many times on the trail, but I was solo, so I was like, I can't really stop. So I was just.
Is that normal for you? Do you normally battle sleepiness?
I used to, and that has gone away for years. And I don't know why this summer, even in Peru, I had some trouble with just getting really sleepy and feeling like I needed a nap. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a sign or I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. Altitude.
Was it nice to be running with Anna? I mean, you know her and all that, but like you've had some battles with her here, like in terms of the competitor.
Yeah. But it was really nice. I think that I always find myself in no man's land, I feel like, in most hundreds. And so, again, it was just so nice to actually be able to run, and especially to run with another female. Yeah. So I was really appreciative of that. And we came in, we're psyched to come into Uray together. And, I would have left with her, but she kind of needed a break there. And I just didn't. I knew if I sat down anywhere, I don't think I would have gotten up for quite a while.
Oh, for quite a while, okay.
Yeah, so, no, I would have gotten up, but I didn't want to take that kind of time, so I just kind of stood and ate and then got myself out of there. Yeah.
I mean, so you probably had well under an hour of aid station time?
I think so. I don't think I took too much time in the aid stations.
I mean, it's kind of a good predictor of how someone's race goes at Hard Rock. Yeah. If you're over an hour, or if you're under an hour, you're having a good day.
Yeah. I don't know. I never look at my aid station times.
But you're purposeful.
Yes. Yeah. I think I was this time, and the only place where I sat down was Telluride, and that was because I had so many rocks in my shoes that I had been wanting to change them for so long. And finally, when I sat down in Telluride, I was like, okay, I'm changing my socks. I'm keeping the shoes on. They're wet, but I'm going to dump the rocks out and change my socks. So that helped.
Did you get any new rocks in your shoes up at
Probably.
Up going over a Grand Swamp?
A little bit.
Was that a rough patch for you?
Grand Swamp is always hard. But then I had a good run down to KT, and then I heard that potentially Natalie and Anna were only 20 minutes back. Yeah. And so my last 9 miles were some of my fastest, actually. Yeah? I think. I mean, Ted Mann and I ran down from Putnam kind of mostly together with his wife, Christy, and Ted thinks that our split was like an hour and 7 minutes down.
From Putnam?
From Putnam.
Yeah, you were hauling.
Which we were, yeah, we did not stop.
And then you come into the finish with Ted. A many time finisher, like Mr. Reliable on the men's side. Yeah. And I guess you guys didn't talk about finishing together, or?
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I really admire both he and Christy and everything they do. They're such amazing athletes, and you know, he is so consistent and steady here. So I know if I'm anywhere near Ted, I'm like, this is good.
Yeah,
I'm doing good. So it was, you know, we were actually only maybe a mile away, and he said, so I think we're 10th and 11th.
Yeah.
And so he's like, how do you want to do this? I was like, well, I don't know. Do you think, can we finish together? And so we just kind of had a, you know, mutual respect. Like, let's see if we can finish together. And
but then he pulled up.
We were sort of like,
he pulled up like
no,
a meter short of the rock and was like, like
ladies first. Yeah. So it was really sweet.
But
it was nice.
Ahead of you all day was that Caroline Chevreau woman.
Yeah.
Did it ever feel like she was vulnerable or in reach, or?
The only moment that I thought so was I was on top of Kroger's canteen and Rock Horton pulled me aside and was whispering in my ear and said, look, she just got lost down in this basin and, you know, it's not over yet. You know, but it's still, you have 50K to go still from there, and I didn't want to get overwhelmed with trying to chase, so I just tried to kind of keep doing my thing and running my race, and I feel like I gave it my all. Yeah. And
you finished second. You've run 7 times here, and you have won or been second every single time.
Yeah.
In a pretty narrow time range, or for most of them.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I mean, actually, Ted and I both said, you know, and Sunrise, if you would have asked, do you think we can go under 30 hours? I don't think either of us thought we could. And we you know, we were, at 29 something?
But you had those really strong finishes before on that, am I going to be under 30 hours?
Yeah.
Like, it might have been 4 years ago or 6 years ago that you racing in to try to break 30. And, yeah. I mean, when are we going to have, like, so the Hardrock manual according to Darcy? Because
you know,
like, how do you eliminate there's such a potential for things to go sideways here. How do you either prevent that or manage that so well?
I think you know, even when I don't feel good or I'm nauseous or whatever, I always focus on drinking, just constantly drinking and eating constantly throughout, even if it's just little bits here and there. And even when I don't feel good, I'm just still trying to, like, looking at the food in the aid stations. Okay, what looks good? What looks like something I can actually get in? And
it really is just what you can consume. Like, there's not like some sort of, I need to eat the simple sugars or whatever. It's like,
I don't know if it's a science, but the avocados were so amazing in the aid stations. Everybody's talking about the avocados, and I was putting them on saltines and in tortillas with cheese, and that was really
the avocados
tasty.
were good at the finish line aid station.
They were great. Yeah.
And when you're drinking, you're a water only person, like out on the course, or do you have like sports drink? Or
I use First Endurance, like EFS. Yep, and it's pretty diluted with water, but
so
I
low
do
strength.
that in water. Yeah, low strength. Yep. Yeah. And then I actually carried a small soft flask of Coca-Cola.
The whole race?
Pretty much. So I was sipping on Coke pretty much the whole
race. But
there's
nothing wrong. Like, it's fuel.
Well, and I was so sleepy that I thought any kind of caffeine I can get in, I was trying to.
Did you pump that a little more later on in the race?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I don't start it till later. I didn't do it the whole race, but yeah. So I would say maybe like ginger ale, things like that earlier on, and then I switched to caffeine.
And are you getting it from the aid station in a little soft flask? Or are you okay?
Yeah.
And do you have like the fizz all over you? Or?
Well, it was funny. I put it in the soft flask, and then it would like expand, and so I would have to like release all the pressure. Yeah, every time. But so that was good.
What do you have next, Darcy?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's hard to think about. I really do want to try the JMT.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if my body will cooperate this year, but I'd like to.
What do you think of the timing? Like a September or?
Like late August?
Late August?
Maybe? Yeah. I didn't get permits, so we put in for permits several times. Gina Lucrezi, who is my crew, and I have put in for permits, and neither of us got them, so we're, I don't know, maybe winging it and going in the morning of and trying to get permits the day of.
No race plans coming up?
No race plans.
No serious race plans, no?
No, not yet. Yeah.
JMT.
We'll see.
This is a good training run for that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you had the great run in Peru, so... It'd be a nice year to go take a shot for it.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
Darcy.
You, Brian. Yeah.
And we're going to have a bonus question because I'm going to have a guest interviewer. Can the member of the press known as Sophia come over here? I think you should ask your mom a question or two.
Do you ever get sick in races?
Do I ever get sick? Sometimes I don't feel good, like my tummy hurts and I get nauseous. Yeah. So yes, I do sometimes.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Have you ever gotten, like, an injury?
Have I ever gotten an injury? Nothing that stopped me from running. So that's good.
Nice work, Sophia. Nice work, Darcy.
Sweetie, thank you.